What's up, everybody? We are live with a Sensei Market Update. It is May 14th, Tuesday, May 14th, 11:30 here in Honolulu, which means it's 5:30 Eastern Time. Let's get into some crypto news. So there's a lot going on right now in the crypto industry. Crypto's been kind of trading sideways and down. I guess the GameStop FOMO is back, which usually means retail is waking up. We're going to talk about that today. I got some other updates. We have a new possible seed opportunity that I wanted to put in front of you. I posted stuff in the seed channel about this project. We're going to talk about the project real quick. And there's a thing to vote if you're interested in that opportunity. I will connect the community with the project and all that good jazz if you guys are interested in this one. Also, great updates from across the space. A lot of stuff going on with legislation, digital IDs in Australia. A lot of really cool news that we're going to go over in this Sensei chat. So thank you for being with me. Let's go ahead and get into this amazing information. Real quickly, let me just pull up the Seed Rounds channel and show you this information real quick. So what do we have here? I was sent this morning. So Biga, it's the world's first level ownership gaming platform with huge implications for gaming. Big revenue projections, fully backed arcade liquidity pools, 100% USDT liquidity to token ratio, deflationary token with isolated arcade stabilizing cashier. Biga is a refreshing and innovative token model, creating a commercially sustainable and efficiently scalable ecosystem. Biga has built a platform with 20 plus arcade games over the last 4 years, alpha live 3 months ago, and over 14,000 unique active gamers. You know what's interesting? This has more gamers than playable games. Remember, we were talking to playable games a few months ago. They had like 2,000 or 3,000 active gamers for their game. So it's good to see this project hasn't launched yet. They have 14,000 active gamers. Still a little low on the side, just kind of being transparent here with you here. Product development 18 months ahead of roadmap, which that's really great. Simulated $4 million in revenues with top earners making over 170,000 USDT in 3 months. That's pretty cool. Proven scalability, deflationary token model for market fit. Biga token, we read that already. Key dates, June, July 2024, public sale on Ape Terminal. Okay, so obviously we would, if we're interested, we would be getting in before that. June and July 2024, token listing and distribution on 3 centralized exchanges. So I like that. So the TGE is June or July. Token allocation remaining is 200,000, which means they have the ability to fill 200,000. Initial market cap is 500K. I like that. Total supply is 50 billion. Ooh, that's a lot of tokens. That's a lot of tokens. Target FDV 15 million. Target FDV Uniswap 30 million. Okay, so double. Private 10 million FDV, 10% TGE, 3-month cliff, 15 vesting in lock. So, okay, what this means, if you're not familiar with these terms, is 10% you will get on the token generation event, which is TGE. 3-month cliff, which means nothing happens. That's like a blank 3 months, which is good for the health of the project. When you launch and people have a ton of tokens, a lot of dumping happens. You kind of want a period of stabilization, which is that 15 months vesting. So that means over that next 15 months, you will get your tokens. So depending how long the bull market goes, you will get most of these tokens in this bull market, right? It's hard to say how long the bull market will last. A lot of mitigating factors outside of what we can control, but this is not terrible. I've seen worse. I would have liked this to be 12 months, but I cannot pick and choose. But here are the partners: Ape Terminal, W3GG, Transcend Labs, Space 3, Satoshi, Love Monster NFT, Spellbound, etc., etc., etc. There's a few other ones here. You guys can take a look at that. And here's like everything you need to know. Here's the website, Discord. Let's just take a look at the website right now. I'm not going to get into the white paper or any of this other jazz, but you can actually go into the Seed Rounds channel if you're a member, and you can vote here if you'd like to. Let me just show you the results of this one. I can just show you here results. So there is some interest in this peak. I gave you all the additional info on the peak one. And then there's this one. This was the Pentagon Games. Good to see everybody. What's up, man? So this one, you have about 13 people are interested in around $500. 13 people are interested around 1,000, and there's 1 people interested around 2,500. These things usually you need about $50,000 worth of interest. So take a look at that. Let's take a look at the website here real quick, and then we'll move on with the chat. Bigarcade.org. Biga. 20,000 unique players. So that's gone up. That's cool. Damn, this person's made 230 grand. This person is farming. 118 grand. This person must be playing all day long, multiple accounts maybe, or somebody's, this person sleeps, somebody else takes over. But that's a lot of money this person has made in just the last few months. Here's the version. Gaming is 250 billion industry. There's a video. Public alpha is now live. Experience firsthand how the arcade feels and the start of playing some of our in-house games, and just talks a little bit about those games. Partners. Kind of mediocre partners, right? We build games. This is the good one. Not familiar with some of these other ones. Of course, Gemini we know. Website could look a lot better, right? The website needs a lot of work. I mean, the Cryptonairz website looks better than this, and our website doesn't look very good. It's being redone right now. So anyways, the information, everything you need to know is in the Seed Rounds channel. Take a look at it. If you have any questions, please let us know. We'll get them answered. Oh, nope, that's me. Okay, cool. Let's get to this. Any questions in the Discord before I move on here? It looks like Atari. Maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. I haven't done Peak yet. No, so if Steve, you're getting this confused. So Peak is a sale on CoinList. We have nothing to do with it. The interest in Peak was too late for us to get into some type of seed round. They're doing a pre-sale on CoinList. You really need to get on that. I posted that like last week before the sale began, actually 2 weeks ago before the sale began, and I think the sale ends tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, you need to go handle and sort that. US people are not able to register. Trust me, I've gone on there and I've tried to do Palau ID. They want a physical address. You being in the UK, you might have an opportunity. So get on that if you're interested in Peak. I highly recommend Peak. I think that's going to do really well. I don't know what the details are since I'm not really involved on that level with Peak. But up to you, brother. Definitely want to take some time. I have a passport though. Go check it out, man. US people are not allowed though. So if you have a US passport, doesn't really help you. All right, let's get into this. So, crazy shit is happening. Roaring Kitty took a 3-year break, took his $48 million and was living the life. Now he's back. GameStop is soaring, and the institutions are losing billions of dollars, and people are starting to FOMO again. Check us out.
GameStop shares are soaring once again this morning, adding more than 170% just since yesterday morning. Another meme stock soaring along with GameStop is AMC. AMC is up 187% for the week to date, and of course, it's only Tuesday. Joining us right now with more on this is Jay Clayton. He is former SEC chair and a CNBC contributor. And Jay, we've been kicking this around this morning. I got a whole lot of different takes on this. First of all, the short sellers didn't learn their lesson last time around. Second of all, retail investors are back with a vengeance, but you can't really call this investing either. These are massive swings. As a former SEC chair, what do you think when you look at all of this?
Well, it bothers me. It bothers me on many levels. I think your last guest got it right. It's a lot closer to gambling than it is to trading, and it's certainly not investing.
And it's certainly not investing. Well, I know there's a lot of people that are interested in kind of like your meme coin stocks and going against the man and kind of sticking your middle finger out and trying to make some money. What this does for the crypto industry is it wakes up retail investors to come back into crypto. And I would imagine that you are going to have a stupid amount of money going into your meme coins, your cat coins, your politician coins, your Trumps and your Bidens and all that jazz, and the Biden's dog and Trump. I don't know. Like, people feel that this is where they can make their money, right? I have a love and a hate for meme coins. Some of them I've been really successful on, but you lose money on most of the meme coins that you buy into. And, it takes a lot of time. And I've really focused my time on just getting into real assets that will have a favorable future, stuff in the AI and DeepIn area. This is kind of really what I'm focused on right now, but I know a lot of people are really interested in meme coins. So let me play this.
Everybody remembers what happened in May of 2021. That's when we saw our first run on Bitcoin and really the first indice of a bull market, with Bitcoin, of course, reaching its all-time high in November. So that right there, of course, made a massive amount of millionaires. And I think a lot of people that are in retail remember that. They remember maybe they were part of it in the early stage, or maybe they were able to ride this all the way out. But they remember that, and they remember the idea of what was happening with Wall Street, getting it over on the man, and really where we are now changes everything, because the market in which we trade in, crypto, is completely been revamped. And I'll talk about that in a second, and why this time will make it maybe even more interesting.
All right. So Roaring Kitty back, right? This thing's comparing Roaring Kitty to GCR Classic, right? This guy made $1 billion, which is pretty insane. This guy shorted Luna at the very top. Maybe this person had some inside information, or maybe he's just really good at watching the market, but a lot of threads talking about Roaring Kitty. So if you're not familiar with Roaring Kitty and all of the stuff, there's a great movie about GameStop. I can't remember the name. JP, you know what the name is of that movie? I know you watch a lot of movies. Dumb Money. Thank you, bro. Dumb Money is a great movie to watch if you want to kind of learn about what's happening with GameStop, or you can check out that tweet. There's a lot of information there for you to get down on. And then GameStop surges, right? This was just, surged 120%. This is $30. It's actually higher than that. Institutions, short sellers have lost $5 billion. My thing is, like, why are you still shorting GameStop after all of this time? Why are you, like, as an institution, isn't there other things you can move on to than trying to just ruin GameStop? It's just crazy to me that people are still short selling GameStop. But anyways, those people are down about $5 billion. Not having a good day. The GME broke out on YOLO of 2021. Took place 1,102 days after the peak of Dogecoin 2018. The GME breakout in 2024 took place 1,100 days. Look at this. It's a 2-day difference. It's just crazy how these cycles work. If you take a look at, like, the information behind all this, it's just really insane how these cycles are 2 days apart. Anyways, check us out. GameStop. Okay. Can we go away? Thank you, friend. GameStop up 330%. AMC's up 122%. Reddit 41%. Spirit Airlines 28%. Rivian 26%. Is Rivian still a car company? No, I don't think so. Neo is up 25%, Lucid Motors 24%, and BlackBerry's up 22% strong. Love it. All right, and then GameStop hit $8 in pre-market opening. It's just insane, guys. Just insane. And then this person put it really well. I think VCs have, within the span of 2 months, gone from laughing at meme coins to heavily insulting them and realizing high FTV, low float meta is over. 95% of coins underperforming in the last 2 months or so will recover. There is no one to buy unlocks. There's no plan. So what they're kind of talking about here is, this is like institutions, and this is the community and the meme coins, right? So, this is what happens in crypto. If you're not familiar, the retail investor is always the losing investor. Okay. VCs get in early, right? They get in months, if not years, before a project launches. They're guaranteed, because of their investment, a bunch of different tokens, right? And they get those tokens over a vesting period, and they get to sell those tokens into retail buyers. Okay. So this is kind of what we are trying to transform here in our community, is getting early access and being our own little kind of like VC house, right? Like, you are an individual person who has access to the same level of stuff that VCs do, without you having to have a multi-million-dollar fund or company. You have access, and that's really powerful, right? And for the first time, this is kind of reshaping, right? People are interested in launch pads. People are interested in early VC deals, right? And maybe you don't have millions of dollars laying around, but you have this access. And so these are all these kind of institutionals, VCs, big projects that are backed by some of the biggest VCs in the world. And then you have just, Popcat and Grok and Mog and Bonk and COQ and Whiff and Floki and Pepe, Shib and Doge, right? It's pretty insane the differences in between kind of where these projects are compared to just the community tokens, right? Average drawdown 62%, average returns 800%. So it's just a shift in kind of the public is kind of tired of getting dumped on by these institutions and VCs, and I think you're seeing a shift in the market about that. Total 3 altcoin market cap. Are you holding onto your positions? The market is currently experiencing a significant downtrend. The market makers are trying to incite fear among investors. Their target is to shake you off your tokens so the prices will go down. Many people are driven by fear and panic and end up selling. Looking at the chart, we can anticipate a correction towards the 540 billion zone. At the levels, altcoins could potentially drop another 15 to 20%, right? This is painful right now, right? If we look up, God, what is it? Banter, bubbles. Let me show you this. And I hope you have your bubbles thing open if you want that airdrop, right? You can sign in to get that airdrop, but it's kind of bloody out here, right? And, the average retail investor, or if you're new to the crypto market, you might be panicking right now looking at this, right? Being somebody from some experience and having several years under my belt in the crypto industry, I see this as opportunity. I see this as, hey, these things are down 10, 20, 30, 50%. There's some really great technology here that people are going to speculate on, because we are still in a speculative crypto market. We haven't yet fully reached where the technology speaks for itself. People are assuming these things are going to go higher. And I see opportunities. So you really need to kind of shift your thought process when you're trading crypto. It's not like stocks. It really, you could be up a few 100% in one day and you could be down 90% the next day. And if you emotionally can't handle those swings, crypto might not be for you, or you need to learn how to just kind of disconnect. Like looking at prices every single day, unless you are, a chart trader like Cryptonairz, or I know JP does like a lot of in and outs. I buy something to hold it for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. I've found that because I have so much on my plate with talking to projects, talking to community members, trying to create content, trying to create live streams, getting all of this stuff. I don't have time to watch all of these tokens, right? That I'm in. So I invest my money accordingly to things that I think are going to go up because of speculation and because of new updates that are coming out. Okay, so you just need to have that mental shift in your brain, and there's a lot of fun to be had in the crypto market if you can kind of separate those two things. So a lot of people have been asking me, where can you keep your Velo if you don't have a Ledger wallet? And I think that this was one of the wallets that was suggested, right? So MEXC has the Stellar version of Velo, and you need a Stellar wallet to put those tokens in. So somebody in the community can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is a free app that you can use to bring your Velo onto. Is that right? Lobster's good, guys? My banter bubbles looks way better than yours. Mine's on default settings. All right, I have not gone in there and changed anything. So if yours looks better, awesome. I do not have any of my tokens on there. Lobster is fine. Lobster is good. I use it. Okay, perfect. So that's free, right, guys? Just making sure. Free. Love you guys. See, when you have a really great community that backs you up, it's really easy to do things in crypto. So thank you so much. All right, so I will share this with you. Obviously, there's probably going to be scams or stake Velo. I think you need a wallet to stake Velo, though, don't you, my guy? Can't just stake it off MEXC. Where's stake Velo? JP, will you hook him up, please? All right. Velo to the moon, guys. Velo has become a favorite in the Cryptonairz community. Let me just show you this really quickly. We were talking about Velo, and this was all thanks to Keith, JP. There's a lot of people that were bullish on Velo, several months ago. So I was buying it just because of those guys were bullish on it, and this is where we are buying Velo at. So 002205, and this is at 02, right? So this has gone up a 10x from where we bought it. Okay. And just to kind of show you this peaked at like 2728 and has come back down to 21. I'm recommending as a crypto enthusiast that if you're interested in this type of, these type of projects, to go and research Velo right now. If you've never heard of Velo, it's your first time like hearing about Velo. We've been talking about it a lot in chats. We have a Tuesday chat, which is open to everybody, and we have a Friday chat, which is closed only to members. And we do a lot of chatting in there about Velo. So up to you if you guys want to participate, but definitely think it's something that you should be keeping a track on. I've seen so many people getting on the Velo bandwagon. Even this is a big channel on YouTube, Box Mining Clip. Check this out.
It has some of the biggest name drops out there. So the chairman of Velo is Chachava Jaravanan. So whilst that name might not ring a bell right away, you definitely heard of his companies. First of all, he's on the board of directors of True Corporation. They recently acquired Fortune magazine, and definitely everyone heard about that. That's also when things get really interesting. He's a family member of the CP Group, which is the sole owner of all the 7-Elevens in Thailand. And trust me, there's a lot of them. This guy means business, and this project also means quite a lot of business, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get close to them. It's because they're going to do something huge in this space. And Velo is building up the biggest settlement network in the world using blockchain technology. Of course, our favorite, right? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to directly cut out the middleman. So directly remove those layers of...
All right. Just let me pause this real quick because this goes fast, right? Ordering customer, sender, this is a debitor bank. And then it looks like input, output, sender's correspondent, receiver's correspondent, receiver. So it looks like they're trying to cut out the middleman here.
Companies
Swift.
Trying to take these in the middle and directly replace that with a transparent blockchain network. And on top of this, they're not just doing this without integration into popular services that people use already. They're already working with money lenders to integrate this into their network and allow this directly to be used, a lot of times direct to public. And full disclosure.
All right. So, I mean, I think this is the guy's YouTube channel. Let me just show you this YouTube channel. It's pretty big YouTube channel. If it pulls up, 421,000 people have seen this. All right. Well, 12,000 people. This is an older video, but it speaks to kind of where we are today, right? People are replaying this stuff. Velo is capturing a lot of people's eyes right now. I have a healthy position in Velo. I'd always like to have more, of course, but there you go. All right. The state of Wisconsin investment board just disclosed that 162 million Bitcoin. All right. ETF holdings in the SEC. Okay. So you have the state usually invests money with pensions, right? So let's say you're a teacher, a government worker, somebody that works for the state. The U.S. has 50 states. If you didn't know that, Wisconsin is a state in the United States, and they are investing into Bitcoin, right? We've reached a new level of crypto investment where you have states investing people's pensions in Bitcoin. This could be very powerful, right? Imagine if you had 20 states or 25 states investing 1%, 5%, or 10% of the state's portfolio into something like Bitcoin, right? This could be very powerful for our bags holding other assets, because we know that when investors take profits from Bitcoin, they usually FOMO into altcoins, and that is really what kind of spurs the altcoin market. Bank of Montreal, Bitcoin ETF, right? This is Canada getting a piece. Bank of Montreal discloses spot Bitcoin ETF holdings with new SEC filing. Okay. This is really cool too. We don't know what this is going to do to the crypto market, but the countdown is 2 weeks away to T+1 in the US. So if you're not familiar with T+1, right, this is talking about settlement plus one. So let's say you settle something, like I sell some stock today. settlement within 1 business day, T+1. The goal here is to go to T+0, where you have instant settlement. But the DTCC is the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. They clear about $2.5 quadrillion a year through this system. The U.S. transition to T+1 settlement cycle is only weeks away, and the DTCC continues to actively work with the industry and regulators to ensure a seamless transition to T+1. It starts on May 28th, 2024. Personally, I don't think this does anything to your crypto bag, okay? I've seen people post that things are going to moon on this date. I've seen it. I've seen people post this more than enough times to know that they're probably all wrong. This is just a transition to T+1. Now, if this was going to T+0, that would be something that I would be, hey, maybe this does mean something is evolving crypto, because usually same-day settlement or instant settlement, you need something like a crypto asset, stablecoin, or like an XRP, XDC, something like that to do that. But I see people talk about this. All right. Now, I don't know if this is legit. I just wanted to bring this up and have you guys let me know what you think about this, because I have this same type of thought. But this says, there's no way for me to prove who this is or anything like that. But this says, I guess 2 seed trades in under 5 minutes. Hello, everyone. I just need explanation about seed phrases words. Everyone says they cannot be guessed, or they need 20,000 years to guess a seed phrase in order. I successfully guessed 2 12-word seed phrases in under 5 minutes and had access to the wallets. The wallets were empty with no transaction history. How is that possible? Now, I'd imagine in the world of AI and computers are getting more powerful, and with some of these seed phrases, they only use some certain words, right? So I'd imagine if you were a really smart hacker or bad actor, you could figure out what exactly keywords people, the company is using for that wallet. And then you could run them through a computer algorithm of some kind. And I'm not this type of person, so I have no idea what, I'm just kind of laying the thoughts out in my head here. But are seed phrases that well protected? I don't know. I guess they are, but in one word, this kind of scares me a little bit, right? Because, if somebody gets my seed phrase, I'm this is why I have crypto separated in 5 or 6 different wallets. I have a wallet that I use for trading meme coins. I have been scammed out of thousands of dollars. Even I have a lot of tenure under my belt in the crypto industry, and I still get scammed. So I know if you're a new person in the crypto industry and you click on the wrong thing, you connect your wallet to the wrong thing, and you approve a transaction, you can lose all your crypto in that wallet. So just be very careful. You should have a wallet that you are not connecting to anything, right? Your cold wallet that you're not using to trade, you're not using to do a bunch of stuff. Just be very careful, right? Do you guys, how safe are seed phrases? You guys think they're really safe at the end of the day? Blockchain is T+0, no? Are you asking me a question, or are you telling me? Shill. T+0 is same day settlement, right? So how do you use the old banking rails and have same day settlement? I know Swift has something like that, but instant settlement is what I was talking about there. In your theory, could open 20 wallets and have algo that pulls. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. Not much different compared to cracking a password for the bank account. I know I've seen videos on YouTube where there's companies that help you find your wallet or help you get into wallets, or they have stuff. So I don't know. I just think as computers get more power and programs, is there another solution is what I'm asking here. Do you guys think we're heading to a different solution outside of seed words, seed phrases, or is that the ultimate safe space? There's a cloud storage company, I forgot who it is, and they use lava lamps for their codes. Lava lamps? Okay. I'd like to see that. You also have a 12 words in correct order. Yes, of course. It has to be in the correct order. Yeah, that sounds cool, Steve. Share that with me. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, Vibra Finance, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Do you think it's a good time to buy or wait? Ripsy, I think May is a good time in the crypto market. Usually things start heating up after May. We're never going to call the exact bottom. Just being totally transparent and like if you are buying an asset to hold through the bull market, if something's down 60%, 50%, 40%, and you're DCAing into that asset, I don't think there's a problem there. Of course, I'm not a financial expert, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm just a guy out here, documenting my journey through the crypto industry, and I definitely don't have any fancy degrees. So it's wall lava lamps. I want to see this lava lamp stuff. See, find that for me. All right, let's keep going. So, people change their tune. I saw last week that, Trump is pro-crypto and he's going to be our savior in the crypto industry. Well, I mean, just a few years ago, we had stuff like this.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I was surprised. With us, it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
So, fast forward 3 years and you need money for your campaign, I guess you will adopt crypto. I see a lot of people just saying, Trump is for crypto, Biden is against it. Biden hasn't been very good for crypto. I'll admit that. But, I think some of these candidates kind of just jump from one thing to another, kind of what people are hot about, right? And remember, with politicians, doesn't matter what side of the aisle that they're on. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Trust me. All right. Here's from Rec Capital. Is 56,000 was not the bottom, then the current pullback will have officially equal to the longest retrace in this cycle at 63 days. Historically, however, suggests that the current pullback ended at 56,000 in 47 days. So regardless of kind of where we think the crypto market is right now, if you use past market comparisons, it kind of feels like we hit the bottom at this 56,000 mark, and we could be kind of going up now. So there's a lot of people that are really good at charting that think we've kind of hit where we needed to go, and we should be kind of going up now. Bitcoin ETF approved in Hong Kong, right? This is, any place in the world where you get an ETF approved in different financial markets, this is good for the entire crypto industry. So let me play this.
A lot of you guys have been asking about Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong. Well, check this out. There's a giant Bitcoin ad right now talking about the ETF that's imminent in Hong Kong. There's definitely a lot of attention going on here because at the end of the day, when these ETFs launch, they need people to buy, right? So more and more ads, more and more attention, and Hong Kong's trying to push itself to be the center of Web3. So in this financial hub with so many people, we're gonna see more of this.
So real quickly, I watched a video the other day on the China and the gold market. It is really, really down. Like May is supposed to be a big month for gold. And I was watching this video where like stores were just empty, right? And I think, there's a lot of things happening, in China that are not quite, the housing market is pretty bad. A lot of people can't find a job. So, but I think a lot of people, especially younger people, don't prefer gold to Bitcoin, right? Gold is definitely an older generation type of asset, right? I don't like, my dad likes gold, and I like crypto. So anyways, Lady Trader shared this with me, on Twitter. Check out Gamity.io if you haven't already. They're doing major airdrop campaign for the GTY for PTE users. You can earn various types of airdrops. Check out the details. So I'm going to share this in the community. If you're airdrop farming, Gamity is on Runes. Definitely check that out if you are interested. All right. SEC confirms the beginning of May 28, 2024, T+1, the new standard. We did talk about this. Like I said, there's some people that are just saying, this is going to be big for XRP. I don't personally believe that the T+1 is going to do anything for XRP. I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but I just try not to get too hyped. And here's the official thing that we kind of went over. So a lot of people that are new to the asset class of crypto, they're like, they're walking around and, you know, they see all this stuff with meme coins and they're wondering kind of like, hey, what are some of the assets that maybe I could look at that have better use cases or bigger use cases? And here is 50 AI tokens that this person thinks that will pump in this bull market. And they are listed between 0 and 20 million, 20 and 50 million, 50 and 200 million, etc., etc. So a lot of interesting tokens on this list. And we've talked about a lot of these tokens. Some of these we haven't, but a lot of this stuff we definitely have been in for some time. But if you're brand new to the market and you need something that can give you a really quick refresher and information right at your fingertips, this is a great thread to take a look at. So I'll share that in the Discord, and you can take a look at that. All right, let's keep going. All right, A0. So A0 is a token from the last bull market. There's a lot of information here that I just don't have the time to fully go over today. We've gone a little bit longer than I wanted to, and I have a lot more stuff I want to get to. But let me just share this with you real quick in the Discord. A0, I think, is definitely can be an institutional level asset. Right now, it's trading at about 78 cents. Man, I remember buying this stuff way back here, like in these little freaking crevices. This was... I remember this being a little cheaper, though. Maybe it's when CoinMarketCap listed this, because this was like 30 cents, 40 cents when we originally started talking about this a very long time ago. This is like 2022. But check out A0 or ALF0. I think it's a good asset. Staggering market cap of 630 billion. The layer 1 industry future seems promising. Many L1 projects will 50 to 100x in 2024 and 2025. Here are the top choices that this person thinks that will do really well. Caspa is of course high on this list. We were talking about Caspa when it's half a penny, guys, that did a 2,400, 2,500% return. Caspa is still, I think, a good deal. A lot of people think it's going to go to multiple dollars in this market. Personally, I would rather buy something like Velo over Caspa right now. I like the Velo scene, but Caspa is going to do some really great numbers. Of course, there's Celestia. I don't quite think Celestia is going to 50x from where it is right now, because it's just a stupid price. Say is on here. Injective is on here. Coinus is on here. Never heard of Coinus. Tectrum, we talked about this in Sensei Chat. We actually talked about this before this did a 100% move. This is now at $14. Dion Protocol. Sui, right? And here's ALF0, right? So a lot of really good projects on this list. I will share this in the Discord, guys. The Discord is open. If anyone is on YouTube and wants to come inside of the Discord, join for free and come into this chat. You're more than welcome to get some of these links. I can't share them on YouTube and Discord at the same time. It would just waste all of your time. So if you want the links, guys, definitely come in there. Tangent Wallet is a different and safe. Good thing, Jasper. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. All right, let's keep going. All right, so BioFi, the token of the hour. All right, I can tell you this: BioFi is on the precipice, is very close to signing the biggest deal that BioFi has ever signed. Okay, this is very exciting for the people like myself that have believed in this project for 2 years, and I can't quite tell you what's happening, but let me just show you this real quick. So in October 15th, this is when I was telling you that this was the best time to get into BioFi. If you were in Cryptonairz, you knew that I was telling you this in Sensei Chat. I was telling you this in Ultra Bull Chat. I was telling you. Okay, this went from 0, 0, 0. Is that 4 zeros? No, it's 3 zeros. 3 zeros and a 2. No, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Sorry, 1. This went dirt cheap. So this went 3 zeros, 1 6, all the way to almost 1/4 of a penny, right? So this thing did about a 20x, and since has come back down. But I think that this is about to have some really big announcements coming and it could come as soon as next week. Okay, it's big. It's really. I wish I could tell you what it is, but I'll get in a lot of trouble. But you need to be paying attention to this. This is a low market cap asset that has huge potential. They've built a phone called the Phoenix X. It's a $200 4G phone for the Africa and Asia markets that I think is going to do some massive numbers. Now, the company BioFi plans to use profits made from selling the phones to buy back the token off the open market, because they're going to use the token for rewards. They're going to be using the token to give away like university scholarships in Africa and do a bunch of other really cool, really great things for the community with the token. Please take this seriously. Once this news comes out, there's no putting that news back in the box. It's the biggest news that could happen for this company is about to happen. So that's some extreme alpha I'm giving you today. Do with that information what you will. You will see what I'm talking about very soon. Let's keep it going. And, this person's charting out. What was this? This was literally like 7-8 days ago. Last week, I was telling you, hey, BioFi is at this price, right? This is just touched, 1/10 of a penny. I was saying this is a good time to buy some BioFi. This thing has gone up almost 100% in just a few days, right? The reason is there's something really big coming. Some people know about it. Some people are just learning about it. When it comes, you will know. Stronghold is down 2 right now, right? This is down 0.0081, right below a penny. This is something that I believe will do really good in this market. This is probably around a $50 million market cap for Stronghold. Do with that what you will. Now, if you're asking me what I would rather buy right now is either Stronghold or BioFi, I'd be probably buying BioFi, because I would be buying BioFi right now. At least like if you're trying to trade it out in and out, I think this could do some interesting numbers once this is kind of fully out there. A lot of people are going to find out about this really quickly. A lot of people in the world don't know about this token. They will soon. Okay. Binance makes XRP announcement. Let me just show you this. Binance makes XRP announcement. Here's what it is. Binance Futures, the futures trading arm and lending crypto exchange Binance, has announced a major update regarding XRP. Binance Futures announces that starting May 28, 2024 at 6 a.m. UTC, it will discontinue support for XRP as a margin asset in the multi-assets mode. This decision also affects True USD stablecoin. So, I don't think this is going to do too much negative impact on the token, but I just wanted to bring this up if you didn't know that was happening. Really excited. This is from Zai Games. Really excited to be partnering with Polychain Mon to bring the novel DN 404 standard to Zai. All right. So we went, what was it? ERC 404 was really kind of too costly with gas. They created this new DN 404 standard, and you need to own a full token to get the NFT. It looks like, Zai Games has a goal right now to bring on 100 games to the Zai ecosystem. You're seeing games leave Polychain. You're seeing games leave other networks, Ethereum, to go on to Zai because it's so cheap to transact. We got into Zai really early, right? We got into Zai when they were between $300 and $400 per node. I spent maybe like 12, 13 grand. I'm currently like, what is the Zai token trading at? Hold on, let me just see this real quick. Like currently I'm making about 16,000 Zai a month. So this is about 16,000, 18,000 Zai a month. I'm making, 8-9 grand a month right now with Zai. Free money just being printed from my nodes, right? So this is the way that you can build a kind of passive income situation in the crypto industry. Now, do I think Zai is going to be at a much higher price? Yes, I do. I do think in like 6 months, when the bull market's raging, I think this is going to go way back over $1. This could go to multiple dollars probably, right? This could probably go into the billions of market cap. So the more games that come on the network, the better. The more games that are processing, the more node rewards we are going to get. And it should be pretty interesting. So anyways, check this out. So there's some developments happening with American Blockchain Act. Let me play this.
before we have the FIT bill next week, we do have another bill that's on crypto. It's called the Deploying Blockchain in America's Act. It's from Lisa Blunt Rochester, Democrat from Delaware. We also have Larry Bouchon, Republican from Indiana. And again, this is not really in the financial services area. This is more just like blockchain, the tech side generally. And the idea is that when it comes to blockchain technology, the Department of Commerce is going to take more of a role here, which is good. This shows that, hey, look, this is not anything that's a blockchain. There's that famous example. Richie Torres says, if I put the Pokemon on a blockchain, is that Pokemon card a security? And this kind of solves a little bit of that question where it goes, you know what, if it's on blockchain matters generally, that's not even more financial services related. That's commerce. That's not your jurisdiction, SEC. Please butt out. And so I think this bipartisan bill, it should get, if not the entire House vote or conference to support it from both sides of the aisle. And again, just kind of showing that this is a good first step for momentum building too. And I think that's going to dovetail really well into your point, FIT 21 next week. And when it comes to the vote for FIT 21, let's just do some math here. When it comes to SAB 121 in the committee level, again, in the smaller versions, I believe they had 3 Democrats on that bill and all the Republicans for SAB 121. For FIT, it was 6, double that. So, and we've already seen several Democrats, like Ro Khanna, for example, who doesn't sit on that committee, say, I will support FIT. I will support it unless there's a poison pill amendment in there, which there's plenty of threats from both the Republicans and Democrats there on poison pills. But we've seen several Democrats publicly say already that they're in support of FIT and market structure legislation. That's huge. I do think we'll get more than 21. I do think it'll be a new set of folks. But the last thing I'll say, I don't think it's going to be all the folks from SAB 121 and the 21 Democrats who voted, because again, the banks were also involved in that legislation and that fight. So I can see, some folks being more pro banks versus pro crypto.
All right, real quickly, guys. If you are watching on YouTube and you are not a part of Cryptonairz, I just want to share this with you real quick, because I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't share what I've been working on for the past 3 years in building this community. So if you're interested, I will share this with you. Cryptonairz is a community of like-minded individuals, right? We have people that have been in the community for the whole 3 years, right? We have people that have been through the whole bear market. There are people that are joining every day, and new people that are joining, right? We're not for everybody, but the people that come in, start asking questions, start participating, start learning, these are the people that are sharing their feedback here on WAP, right? And out of 52 reviews, we've had all 5 stars, right? And I strive, our team strives, our community strives for excellency to share what is going on in the crypto space, to try to help you make better decisions out here in the industry. So if you are interested, it's $99 a month. Of course, anything comes with a fee, but if you want a safe place to learn about crypto that you can ask questions and you can get help and you can get access to top tier projects that VCs have access to, Cryptonairz is a great place. I'm going to open up YouTube and I'm just going to share this with you and we'll move on. Just wanted to share this. I know there's some people that are interested in a paid community and there's some people that are not. And, if I can be of service to you, if you need some help in the crypto industry to learn and to grow, I will share this with you right now. And, I think if you come in, they have a 5-day free trial. If you come in and, can I get the chat to load? 1 second. The chat is not loading on my screen because I have too much stuff open. So, all right, I'll come back to this in just a second. As soon as that loads. All right. So really quickly, let's just take a look at some more information here. So Binance, join us today for Binance Live AMA with Cy Games. That's pretty cool. Anytime that Binance is working with a project, that is big news, right? Binance has millions of people around the globe that are interested in information, right? And when you get Binance behind you, that could speak volumes for your crypto project. Congratulations, Cy Games. All right. Wink. Runes looking to be a short-term narrative, right? So, Runes is I don't know. Runes seems to there was a lot of hype before the transition. I know that we have a BRC20 Bitcoin specialist in the community. His name is Cam. Cam is actually going to be doing some live streams for Cryptonairz members as soon as he gets done moving. I guess we're all moving right now. But the volume has gone way down. Daily transactions. I mean, look at how much this was kind of hyped up, and now it's kind of gone to nothing. So it's going to be interesting to see how if Runes survives this. I do think because the market has been kind of trending downwards and Bitcoin's been trending downwards, maybe this volume is down, but we'll have to be paying attention to this. So something definitely that you should be. There we go. Now I can post it. Hey from Ontario, what's up, Barry boy? Good to see you. I just shared the link for Cryptonairz, guys. If you're interested in joining our community, we'd love to have you. All right. Let's keep it going here. Did anyone see what I did there with the wink? I hope somebody caught that. All right. So clear regulations will pave the way for institutional adoption, and regulations are coming much faster than expecting. MiCA starts as implementation phase next month. Short term, this market correction or any hiccup could have a potential stablecoin collapse. Will obviously be painful, right? So I've seen a lot of people talking about the U.S. government looking into USDT. Does anyone remember seeing that BitBoy video where he actually went down to find Sam Bankman, but at the same time when he's in the Bahamas, he went to the USDT main office, and there was 2 cars parked in the parking lot, and there was only one person that worked there, 2 people that worked there, and there was this small bank vault that was supposed to hold all this money. Personally, I think USDT is a big scam. But hey, they have $110 billion worth of money. Look at this. All right. If you want to know what a black swan event is in crypto, I'll tell you what it is. It's USDT, the U.S. government going after USDT. If the SEC were to go after USDT and that was announced, that would be a really big black swan event in crypto. I think this is why you're seeing Ripple and a few other players getting into the stablecoin market. I think they understand that, in 2018, there was 4 people that owned the majority of USDT. It doesn't look like an actual working company, but they have $110 billion worth of stablecoin. So they're supposed to have bonds and securities that back up this $110 billion. Anyways, we'll see what happens, but this is something that I don't keep money in. I don't. I keep my stables in USDC. And when Ripple has their stablecoin, I'll probably keep some stables in that. But I'm very careful. Would stay away from USDT. That's my personal bias here. Just full transparency. Let me play this clip.
Less sterling track record, but it's a hard argument to say a lot of the activity on these chains is purely expression that's protected under the First Amendment. I think you are going to see down the road the regulation of the development and use of certain software if software really becomes the new intermediator. And the question is, well, who gets regulated under what conditions? DAOs, obviously, and decentralized organizations open a big old can of worms. But if it's a company making money off of software they maintain and that software is being used, that's a good starting place for. And then the question becomes well, what does that regulatory framework look like for that type of software? And I think it's dictated by the activity the software is performing. And it doesn't have to look, but the point is, whatever it is, it's going to look entirely different in many respects than the current regulatory regime. But I think that is probably where we're ending up. And I think you're also going to see, I think the trend is towards the base protocols and the basic functioning of those base protocols being considered different enough in kind where they are not subject to that regulation. And I think that actually probably gets us to a pretty good place. And one which would engender, I think, broader participation by regulated entities like banks and financial institutions in the space, which is obviously going to be very important.
Michael, I'll just add, I think I hope this is a long tail problem.
All right. Got a few more things I want to talk to you about. Turkey will submit long-awaited crypto regulation bill. Great to see it. The world is moving forward. MiCA will be in effect at the end of June 2024. Is that right, MMT? Is MiCA coming into effect June 2024? I thought it was the end of 2024, but maybe there's parts of it. The United States will follow. See the post below.
Congressman Patrick McHenry says the bill aimed at creating a regulatory regime for U.S. crypto markets will finally get a vote from the House of Representatives later this month. In a statement posted to X on Friday, McHenry, who is the chairman of the Financial Services Committee, said the House will consider the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, which will deliver, quote, robust consumer protections and regulatory clarity for digital asset markets. The bill was cleared last summer in both his committee and the House Agriculture Committee. McHenry called the legislation much needed adding that he looks forward to taking a, quote, monumental step to finally deliver the transparency, accountability, and consumer protections that the digital asset ecosystem desperately needs.
So regulation coming to America, wouldn't that be something I mean, think of how many people are sitting on the sidelines because they're like, I don't want to break the law. I don't want to do anything wrong. It takes kind of a badass to kind of just go into the crypto market and just do whatever you want. And, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people that are fearful of the crypto market, but with regulation, that could definitely help ease some of that tension and that pain. So I would love to see Congress actually come together and pass a legitimate crypto bill that would really kind of reshape how everything's done. I'm sure if they pass the bill, of course, it would need to be signed by the president. I don't know if Biden's going to do that. So kind of sad. It's kind of sad, really. BRICS Alliance to set up a big announcement at the summit, right? There's always some type of big announcement at the BRICS summit. Doesn't really kind of tell us exactly what they're going to announce, but hey, there's supposed to be some big announcement. So maybe this is going back to the gold standard. Maybe this is using some type of, crypto asset. But what would you guys say is the biggest asset that the BRICS countries are interested in using? Would you say that's like XRP? Would you say that's XDC? Would you say it's a stable coin? Like, what do you guys think? I'm interested to hear what you guys think about the BRICS countries. Given Ripple has to use USDT for US ODL, if Tether implodes, Ripple picks up the balance on the cheap. I like your tinfoil hat theory, bro. Gold, then BTC. All right. Gold, yeah, gold back XRP. I wish, Brian. I wish, man. I wish. So we think it's gold. We think it's XRP. Any suggestions on YouTube? Other Nomad, good to see you, bro. Good over here. We're in the middle of moving. It's kind of crazy right now. You can't see what's going on the other side of this, but like there's a mattress in front of me and there's like kind of shit everywhere, to be honest with you. We're moving this weekend, so we're trying to get all the stuff downstairs. We're moving to a new unit. All right, let's keep going. ECB conducts the first DLT trials of wholesale central bank settlement. Hey, all right. See, like, we are right. Like, if you MMT, there's a few other people that have been in this community for like the last 3 years, right? And if you remember that we've been talking about central banks using DLT this whole time, right? And it feels good to finally see some movement on here. So let me read this for you. The Eurosystem has begun the first of a series of trials to test and use DLT for settlement of wholesale transactions in central bank money. Initially, 16 private companies, 10 market participants, and 6 market DLT operators have been onboarded alongside 5 central banks to conduct live trials involving actual settlement of central bank money and experiments with mock settlement in test environments. The first experiment carried out by I won't even try to say that word. Let me just try, just so you can laugh at me. Orientenshi, I screwed that up. National Bank, was called the O National Bank, covered the tokenization of simulated delivery versus payment, DVP, settlement of government bonds in a secondary market transaction against central bank money. Preparations for further trials and experiments are ongoing and will cover a variety of use cases, including DVP transactions in primary and secondary markets, securities lifecycle management, automated wholesale payments, and payment versus payment transactions. These trials will continue over the next 6 months, providing the Eurosystem with insights on how to target settlement system on distributed ledger technology. Platforms could interact with potential merits of using new technologies for wholesale financial markets. Like this is the holy grail of what we're trying to do with some of our crypto assets, right? If we can get into some of these wholesale markets, these FX markets, the security settlement, like we can make some serious money as some of those asset holders. So this is like your XRPs, XTCs, XLMs, your quants, your HBARs, Velo. I don't think Velo is kind of going this whole like wholesale settlement side with commercial bank money, with central bank digital currency, but there are a few serious players in the central bank side that I think you could definitely see. All right. Great update under Super PAC, right? So there is a movement happening in America to get people in places of power that are crypto friendly. Let me play this for you. Give me 1 second.
A nonprofit launched a political action committee to raise money from its 480,000 members for crypto-friendly politicians. Stand With Crypto's PAC is also endorsing a bipartisan roster of candidates running in the House and the Senate. The PAC joins a deep-pocketed effort from the crypto industry to put political candidates in office who are committed to supporting digital assets and blockchain technology. Reuters reports that crypto super PACs Fair Shake, Defend American Jobs, and Protect Progress have so far raised more than $110 million this election cycle. According to Reuters, PACs like Stand With Crypto are typically set up to gather funds for candidates or political causes, and are different than super PACs, which can receive donations of unlimited size but cannot coordinate with campaigns directly. Endorsements include Jim Banks, a Republican running for Senate in Indiana, Jim Justice, a Republican running for Senate in West Virginia, among others. As of this morning, Stand With Crypto's website says that more than $86 million has been donated by crypto advocates. A nonprofit.
So this is a good thing. And you know, it could be looked at as a bad thing, right? Because someone could say they're crypto friendly. It really depends on what their actions are to get these donations or get put at places of power. But I would love to see more younger people that have a background in blockchain or understand crypto that run for office, right? I think the younger the better, right? Somebody that's in their like 30s to 40s is probably great. They have some kind of knowledge under their belt. They've seen some of the world. They understand what's going on. And we could use more of that generation in Congress to kind of help set policy to guide the future generations forward. I think we have too many people in Congress that have been there 20, 30 years that are stuck. Like look at Elizabeth Warren, right? I mean, talk about one of the most hated people in the crypto industry in Congress, in the Senate, right? People just don't like her views on crypto. And John Deaton is officially on the ballot running against her. I don't know how successful John Deaton will be. Elizabeth Warren has access to a lot of money. And unless John Deaton has a huge backing and can do the ground game where you're opening up offices, you have people knocking on doors, you have people getting out there telling people who you are, what you believe in, it's going to be an uphill battle for John. And I, if I was in that state, I would probably vote for John Deaton instead of Elizabeth Warren. But people are going to vote. It's not all about crypto is what I'm trying to get to here, right? There's other things that Elizabeth Warren does that people like. But in the crypto industry, she's not well received. You gotta go. You gotta vote. That's your only power in the U.S. is to go and vote. J.P. Morgan made a deal to use JPM Coin digital token Onyx on Broadridge's DLR platform for settlement. The first time ever JPM Coin is being used for settlement of an external digital platform, which is set to launch in June of 2024. The solution involves synchronization settlements across two blockchain networks, achieving delivery versus payment cross-chain. Settlement solutions are entering the U.S. market. Really cool to see this, right? This tells us that we've been right the whole time. Banks want to use DLT. No matter how many times Jamie Dimon goes out and insults Bitcoin, insults crypto, they have their own blockchain. Like, come on, man. I would love for one of these pundits, when Jamie Dimon is on there trashing crypto to say, well, doesn't JP Morgan have their own blockchain? Like, I would love to see the guy look on the guy's face, right? Because very few times do people push back on when somebody that powerful is in the room talking. And I know I would love to kind of just say some outlandish shit and see what he says. Nakamoto Games. This is something that William brought up such a long time ago in Cryptonairz. I wish I would have focused on what William was posting way back then. I'll be honest with you. I did get into this one, and I missed the train on Nakamoto Games, but I know him and several members of the community made a really good return. But just shout out to William. I don't know if he's in the audience, but he does a really good job. One of our top researchers here in the crypto space. It says Nakamoto Games announces a new partnership with Microsoft's Innovation Network, marking a significant milestone in their expansion journey. The company has recently joined NVIDIA's developer grant program and worked closely with Google, including hosting a successful gaming workshop at Google's office in Bangkok. Excuse me. The collaboration with Microsoft demonstrates Nakamoto Games' commitment to forging strong alliances and leading tech companies to drive wider adoption of their products and services. The team is the team is excited about the future prospects and looks forward to leveraging these powerful partnerships for future growth and innovation. So great way to kind of get your name out there next to Microsoft. Good job. This is like a gaming ecosystem, not just a particular game. I prefer gaming ecosystems over one game because if the game sucks, you're not making any money. Okay. Total U.S. household debt increased to $190 billion in Q1. We are drowning in debt here in the U.S. I don't know how you guys are doing nationally or internationally, excuse me. The breakdown, large categories, mortgage debt, $190 billion. I mean, mortgage debt is to be expected, homeowners. Auto loans, little high, $1.62 trillion. Student loans, $1.60 trillion, excuse me. Credit card debt, $1.12 trillion. The average U.S. consumer, heavily in debt. And I would imagine those same people that are heavily in debt are the same people trying to buy GameStop or trying to buy meme coins because they're looking, they're thinking, hey, if I get it right one time, maybe it can change my life. And I understand that mindset. I totally get that mindset. Before I was in crypto, I was selling houses. And I was selling houses in the Bay Area, and I was making 150 grand. I think one year I made like 200 grand. And I was like, this is not even close to what I want to make to have the life that I want to have. And so, I kind of stepped back and just as I was trying to figure out like what the hell I was going to do with my life, my dad had sent me something about XRP. And that video changed my entire life. Changed like the trajectory, changed what I wanted to do, changed what I wanted to be. And I dove into crypto headfirst and spent all of my days learning and understanding the market and trying to make and do better. My first 2 years in crypto, I made over $1 million, right? So it just goes to show you, if you put your mind to something and you start learning about a new asset class that has tremendous capabilities in the world, you can go from, kind of just slow, like getting by. I'll tell you, 150 grand after taxes is not a lot of money in California. When you're paying $4,000 or $4,500 a month for a mortgage and you have your car payments, like you're barely getting by on that money, right? So it's just, I feel for people that are struggling to get by. Give me 1 second. My best friend always calls me when I'm live streaming. Like, it never fails. All right. Australia is pushing for digital IDs. Let me show you.
The following message from the Senate has been received. The Senate has passed a bill for an act to provide for the accreditation of entities in relation to digital IDs and to establish the Australian Government Digital ID System and for related purposes, and transmits it to the House for its concurrence. And I call the clerk.
First reading, a bill for an act to provide for the accreditation of entities in relation to digital IDs and to establish the Australian Government Digital ID System and for related purposes.
I call the Assistant Minister.
I move that the second reading be made in order of the day for the next sitting.
Put the question. Those opinions say aye. Against no. I think the ayes have it. The following message from the Senate has been received.
All right, we don't need to play this whole thing, but digital IDs passes in Australia, right? This is a step in the right direction for the industry, right? This is going to be something that will be global. You're going to have some type of digital ID. They're probably going to link like your vaccinations, your, everything's going to be in this digital ID. CBDC money, I'd imagine everything is going to be linked to this. Okay, so Deutsche Bank. Hold on one second, babe. Can you close the door, please? Sorry, my friend just walked in and Luna goes crazy. Deutsche Bank joins Singapore's Project Guardian tokenization initiative. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Luna goes crazy. All right, Project Guardian tokenization initiative, Ledger Insights Blockchain Enterprise. Let me go ahead and show you this real quick. We're going to end here in just a second. I want to answer some questions inside the Discord. Today's Deutsche Bank announcement, it will participate in Singapore's Project Guardian, which explores tokenization of public blockchains. Last year, the bank completed a proof of concept, Project Dama, Digital Assets Management Access, which was awarded a grant for Monetary Authority of Singapore. Project Guardian already has 17 institutional partners, 10 of whom are experiencing it with asset and wealth management. In addition to the MAS, regulators from the UK, Switzerland, and Japan and the FCA are also involved. The first iteration of DAMA explored fund issuance and administration. The different participants, including asset managers, transfer agents, and custodians, used a shared solution on a public blockchain. Like some other Project Guardian participants, here's some other ones. DAMA also explores mass customization for asset managers. The Project DAMA 2 Deutsche Bank will continue to explore servicing tokenized and digital funds. It plans to propose protocol standards and identify best practices. The bank will continue its collaboration with Memento Blockchain, which has developed a various DeFi asset management solutions and multi-asset swaps. Memento is currently working on a zero-knowledge layers 2 solution. In addition to Memento, Deutsche Bank will also work with Interrope Labs, the founders of Axelar Network Blockchain Interoperability Platform. Okay? And I have this. This morning, Deutsche Bank announced the participation in MAS CGSG, Project Guardian testing compliant asset tokenization participants. Institutions participating in Guardian have picked Axelar for interoperability 2 years in a row. Thoughts on why Interop is critical for world assets. It says institutions rely on a diverse set of blockchain solutions, even as they seek connections to various public chains. Without blockchain interoperability and of an open stack, fragmentation will undo the promise of liquidity plus access, and that should come with real world assets. Axelar is a blockchain that connects blockchains, and the only open interop solution delivering customization across the stack with no vendor lockup and full monitoring plus transparency end-to-end cross-chain paths. This is something that's working with like a bunch of different assets, right? Axelar. Let me just see if I can pull up their. I showed you guys this a few Sensei chats ago. Let me see if this is their website. It should be Axelar Network. Yeah, check this out. They have a lot of different stuff going on here. Okay, so here's your DeFi, real world assets, the Ondo, Circle, Centrifuge, infrastructure, Celestia, Filecoin. I mean, this thing is like really, really well connected. And then you have Enterprise, you have Microsoft, MasterCard, Onyx. Of course, you have different wallets that are connected to it. I even think that isn't like XRP connected to this in some way. I want to say that they're connected through XRP as well, but here, let me see. Ecosystem is what I want, I think. I'm almost sure of it, and I'm sure somebody here is like, Sensei, you know this. Let me see here. Nope. I think it is somewhere, though, isn't it? Anyways, can't fucking wait anymore. I know it takes time for all this shit to happen, guys. I know it sucks, but what are we going to do all but learn and grow and try to make all this stuff happen? But damn, look at this guy. This guy's like 16. What? This guy's got, Nathan Alman from Ondo Finance. Damn, they make him young. They make him young, guys. They make him young. All right. I think I have like one other thing to talk with you about. Actually, I don't. That is the chat. We've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to now disconnect off YouTube, and I'm going to answer questions off camera or on camera, but off streaming inside of the Cryptonairz Discord. If you guys want off YouTube, you guys can come in to Cryptonairz. If you go into the description of this video, there's actually a link to just go inside of Cryptonairz, and you can come join this conversation. We're happy to see you inside of the Discord. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I will see you next Tuesday, Friday. I am moving, so I appreciate each and every one of you for spending the time with me. It's always a pleasure to learn and grow with you. If you want to sign up for Cryptonairz, wap.com/Cryptonairz. Love to see you. There's a link down in the description.